Shalom and welcome to 2 Minutes of Torah. This year is entitled Har Habyit number 121, Following Rov, when there's no psak in the Beit Din. So we've learned many rules of psak over the last series of shiurim that Talmid Chacham could paskin quite independently when he's convinced. So let's say he's not convinced. So what do we do? So let's say you have Rov. So when you have Rov rabbis around the world, so there's a phenomenon of Rov. Now it's a little tricky. You'll say, wait, the real Rov is in the Beit Din Hagadol. That's the majority. But the fact is, we apply the concept of Rov to any Beit Din in the world. Rov we apply to food. There's 10 butcher shops. You find a piece of meat. We go by the Rov majority. So even if there's one that's not kosher, the 9 that are kosher, that's the majority. So Rov is clearly a concept outside of Sanhedrin. Nevertheless, as Nachman Goldberg says, the Rov in the Beit Din Hagadol is different than the Rov elsewhere. When it's a Beit Din Hagadol 71, that's psak. It's final. And yes, a Talmid Chacham could be quite independent and challenge the Beit Din Hagadol. And then he brings his case up to them, and once they slug him up, and once they say, no, we reject your opinion, that's it. He must follow their opinion. Outside of that, when there is no clear opinion, he doesn't know one way or another. So you go by the Rov Shitas. But Rav Zalman says you have to differentiate between psak, which is final, and that's it. Once the 71 member based in Paskin, the shaila is over. Can that Beit Din, a future Beit Din 71, uproot it? That's a nice discussion in Hilchot Mamrim. But till that ever happens, that's it. There's no other side. When you don't have Psak Sanhedrin, and you have an issue that comes up, and this rabbi is, I don't know, I'm not really sure one way or another, and you have Rov of the rabbis around the world. We discussed in the previous year, Shir number 120, do you go by Rov, the pure numbers? Do you go by more Chachma? It's a nice question, but let's say you have your Rov. So then you follow that, but you don't follow that as psak, where you have that finality to it. It's Rov because that makes the most sense. I have no other way to choose. I'll follow the Rov. Either because it's a good technical way to paskin, or because once you have the majority, then mistama, they're hitting on the truth. But either way, you follow Rov. But it's important to understand Rov hachra, just telling me what to do. But theoretically, Talmid Chacham could go and say, no, I reject this because I've gone to the sugya. Versus Rov, when you have Sanhedrin and they paskin, the discussion is over. It's important to understand the difference between the Rov of Sanhedrin and the Rov of Rabbanim in Klal Yisrael. Shalom.